Hey everyone, and welcome to Tuesday's live cook along. I'm Cal.
I'm Lisa,
and today we are joined by our resident friendly chef Jason Plimmer and his sous chef Ash. How you doing, boys?
We're good. How you doing, Ash?
Good.
Are we ready for this?
Yeah.
Give us a fist bump. There you go. We're ready.
You're working hard today, Ash.
What's that?
Is Ash going to work you hard today?
Did I work you hard today?
I said, is Ash?
Did I work you hard in the kitchen today?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So
tell us what you're cooking today.
Right, so today we've come up with, off the top of our heads, so this is going to be a first for Ash on main courses, because he usually does pastry, cakes and desserts with me. So we've got a nice
you should have said tomorrow then.
We've got some fresh sea bass here.
Beautiful.
Which we're going to, we're not going to cook it on a pan today, see it. We're going to just bake it through the oven very gently, so that just helps him along. We're going to finish that off and garnish it up with some fresh prawn that we've picked today. Then we're going to do a bit of a ratatouille mix to go on top of that with a little bit of a seafood sauce. We've got some Parisian potatoes, which he loves. Parisian. Don't you love Parisian potatoes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. He loves Parisian potatoes.
Okay, hang on. Stop. What is a Parisian potato?
A Parisian potato. We've done our prep. Round potatoes. We bought some potatoes out.
Lovely. Love them.
So we got some of that. Ash's favourite is a bit of cauliflower, so we're going to do a bit of picked cauliflower with that, with some cheese on top to accompany that. And then we're going to add a little bit of pureed fruit. I'll say that again. Sorry, I'm just breaking the teeth in. Pureed pea. And what else we got? Pureed what? Parsnip.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Do you want to know what we're doing?
Yeah, well, I was about to say, girls, what have you got for dessert?
Okay, so we're doing a brownie, but it's a brownie made with sweet potato.
Oh, that sounds nice. Sounds different.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm like, Jason, for the vegetables. Like, I love getting the vegetables into everything that we're cooking, really. So, like, the kids at the moment in their lunch boxes are having courgette muffins, right?
Oh, nice.
But they sound awful, but they're lovely. And so this is a lovely use of sweet potato. I seem to have loads of sweet potatoes at the moment. I'm getting them in my veggie boxes every week, so I've got loads of them. So I'm going to use them up making this brownie.
Excellent.
We should have had Ash over here, really, if cakes are his thing.
Oh, yeah, cakes are his fault. Actually, I've entered Ash into the Great British Bake Off Juniors this year.
Wow.
So all his registrations actually gone through. He's in the preliminary stages at the moment to see whether he'll be accepted or not accepted. Fingers crossed he will be. And then it's on the stove, isn't it, Chef? We're pastry, cakes, chocolate. What's your favourite bit? Which bit? Cakes? Cakes.
Yeah.
Cakes. What's your favourite cake, Ash? Quick. Chocolate? Oh. Yeah, everyone loves chocolate cake. So
yeah, it's a winner.
He's not shy, honestly. He really is not shy. But once he gets going, he's good. So, like I said, we've got this fish dish. You're on the brownie ones. What a great opportunity for us tonight to bounce off against you guys. You've got desserts. We got main courses. We should have got a third for a starter. Who do we know? I don't know.
We should have had them. We should have had dinner on the patio or something. You know.
We should have got Mike on starters. Get Mike Thomason on starters.
Next time. Next time.
Right, girls, we're pretty much set. So you crack on, and then we're cracking our
you're set? You're not set. You haven't even started. I haven't started, but I have prepared really well.
Cool. Right. Well, firstly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get Ash onto the chopping board so we can get our veg done up. I'm going to be looking over him all the time. So I'm going to do a bit. He's going to do a bit. So we'll see how his knife skills goes along. First of all, we're going to get our sort of ratatouille mix up and running. So that's nicely sitting there. Then after that, once that's going, we're going to get the fish done, aren't we? So we're going to get the fish folded over because these fillets, no joke. I mean, my fishmonger. I'll have to post it up. These are massive. Look at these babies. I don't know if you can see these. Absolutely huge. So we're going to have to fold them over. As I said, I've got some fantastic veg from Hardwicks. Hardwicks are a greengrocer's market stall, well known within the industry. You'll find them on a Tuesday, Wednesday at Yateley. You'll also find them on a Sunday in Crowthorne. So yeah, anybody out that way, please go down and have a look. Amazing produce, all class 1 produce all the way along the line. So anyway, without further ado, we're going on the board now, and you guys are going to do your end. So we'll see you halfway through.
Okay, good. Go for it. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do now, we're going to make this brownie. So I've pre-boiled some sweet potatoes, 200 grams of sweet potato, cubed and boiled. I've got plain flour with some baking powder in, some caster sugar, some cocoa powder, because you need that obviously for chocolate brownies, some butter and some eggs. And this recipe you can actually make healthier if you like. You can use sweetener instead of sugar and a low-fat butter or low-fat spread instead of margarine, which is what I've got. But because it's not for me and it's for the kids, lunch boxes, I'm just going to use regular sugar and a bit of butter because they don't need to watch it the way I do. So can you tell me, Jason, what's in your ratatouille?
We've gone with some peppers. We've got yellow, green and red peppers. We've got some aubergine. We've got a little bit of red onion to go through that. Some fresh garlic. We're just going to sweat that down in the pan. I've got a little bit of tomato passata left. So we're going to add some passata to that. And then we're just going to reduce that right down. Then, right at the end, once we've baked our fish, we're going to take the juices from the fish. We're going to add a bit of juice to the ratatouille mix. We're going to reduce that so we'll get some nice fish flavour in there. Then we've got a little bit of more. We've made some white wine sauces, so we'll add some fish stock to that. And then, as I always say, that's the point it could go wrong, but it won't.
But I'm sure it won't. I'm sure it'll be lovely.
It's amazing because it's just good to have young Ash here. He's at Connaught School, and I just placed out on their parent group page. He's cooking tonight, so hopefully some of his classmates, his teachers, and parents might be watching this. But it's good to watch kids cook. I know during the week they did something through the PTA about pizzas, where they got a pizza pack and the kids put together pizzas. So Ash didn't have one because I think he said something like, "It's a bit stupid getting you a pizza, Jace, when you actually make them." So yeah, so we're getting on board today, and we go a little bit further. We're getting on sea bass and prawns. Nothing like putting him in at the deep end, is there?
Well, no, exactly.
But
Right, so I've creamed my sugar and my butter. I've added my plain flour, my baking powder, and my cocoa. I'm going to add my eggs. I'm going to just mix it all together, and then I'll chuck in the sweet potato and give that a little mix at the end. So it's really dead simple. Your ratatouille sounds a little bit like what I've got bubbling on the pan behind me for our dinner. We're having arrabbiata.
Oh, beautiful, lovely. I love arrabbiata. It's just got that beautiful zing about it of taste. It's very much like one of our essential cuisine powders we use. Our stock flavours, which is part of the rub, the shake, and the marinade. And it's quite like a cross between the Persian one and the chimola we do. But yeah, the arrabbiata is beautiful. Right, well, Ash at the moment, he's on the peppers, so he's doing really well. His knife skills are good. He's going very slowly, obviously, because using a knife. So, children, if you're watching this out there, always be with a responsible adult when you're using a knife, please. But if any of the Connaught score are looking at the moment, he's on the chopping board. He's just dropping up things for the peppers for the ratatouille mix for the fish dish. And then once that's all chopped up, we're going to have that in the pan, and we will be going on from there on to the next stage. So what stage are you at the moment over there, Lisa? Kel?
Lisa, I have just got my cake mix going. That's all. I've just chucked it all in. It's the easiest recipe going. You just chuck it all in, mix it in, and then pop it in your tins. So I have them pre-greased and lined, ready to go in. My oven is hot. So once this is in, I'll be able to concentrate on what you're doing, because I absolutely love seafood.
Yeah.
And we're really lucky. But for those that are watching, Jason and I both live in Surrey Heath, so we're both over Camberley way, and we're really, really blessed to have an amazing fish shop here, aren't we, Jason?
Yeah, passion for fish on Friendly Road.
Yeah.
I use Sue very well. I was down with Sue a couple of weeks ago doing an interview with her, hopefully going back to have a chat with her more in depth of obviously where her fish comes from every day and so forth. And amazing fish shop. The queues go down the road. I mean, obviously a friend of mine where my fish come from, again, very busy, quality fresh fish. There's nothing better than the smell of fresh fish, because you get it home, you cook it, you've got that smell of the sea coming through it, the smell of the fish. If you're a fish lover, that you love fish. Right, Ash is
and
still
you know what? The fish shop, Jason, it's just it's a wonder, isn't it? You walk in there and she's just got such a brilliant range of stock.
Yeah.
The queue going out the door, you can often be standing in it for 45 minutes, even on a weekday. And it's really, top stuff. So, she's amazing. Okay. Who have we got? We've got Morgan. Hi, Morgan. We've got Anna. Hello, Anna. Anna is asking me, is the sweet potato instead of flour? No, it's not. It's as well as. So I think the sweet potato just replaces a bit of the fat. So there's less butter in it, which is great. And it replaces some of the sugar as well. So you don't need to use too much sugar. So it's pretty good.
Perfect. All right, we're doing well on the peppers. We've only got a few more to go here. Then we've got to heat our pan up. So I'm just going to put the pan on for him here, over here. If anybody's looking at the screen and thinking, what are these two bottles in here? One's pea puree and one's parsnip puree to go on the plates later. The reason why I've just sat them in some hot water, one, obviously it needs to go on the plate hot, and secondly, it's easier to move when we start dressing the plates. That's it, Ash, you're doing well there. Excellent. Yeah, he's all over this. Do you know something, ladies? I reckon you might be having it most nights now. God, dear oh me. Age 10. Look at this.
I know. It's brilliant. He's got a rainbow colour going on there. Did you see us last week? Veg?
Yes, I did. Yeah, beautiful. Lots of array of colours there. Beautiful veg. Looked amazing.
And it tasted great as well. It was so nice. I was a little bit worried because although I love vegetables and often would have 5 or 6 vegetables on a dinner plate, it was quite a lot of veg.
Yeah,
I was thinking the flavours might not work, but actually it was lovely. It was really good.
Do you know what I was actually going to do when I was halfway through watching your show? I was going to knock on your door and put a face mask on and sneak up to the camera and just surprise Yana and Molly.
One of these days, eh?
Just a bit of an ant and deck.
I tell you, that roasted broccoli was incredible, though, Jace. We've never roasted broccoli before, and it was
that
so nice.
purple sprouting.
Yeah,
it went like crisps. So, like we were thinking, you could just do a big tray of that while you're having your movie night or something. I mean, delicious.
I'm quite lucky. I've got a rehydrator, dehydrator. So, obviously, any veg you've got, I slice very, very thinly, put it in the dehydrator, and dehydrator crisps. I've not done it with broccoli though, because it's to me, I would have thought it would have snapped off. But anything like beetroot, I've got to stop now. We're done on this one. So his veggies all cut up now. Well done, Ash. He's done all his peppers. So we've got a nice pan on the go over here. Ash, we need some oil in that pan, my friend. So let's get over to Ash. Put some oil in that pan, Ash, so it's nice and hot. Go on, in you go. Squirt it. Plenty squirt. Excellent. I'm just going to hold the camera back down here. That's good. Keep going. That's it. We're in.
Hell's licking the whisk. The chef will be cross with us for that.
So we've got a nice one going on the go at the moment. So what we're just about to do, Ash, what we need, put some peppers in that bowl for me.
All right.
Use your hand. Use your hand.
Right.
Excuse me. Get the bowl under. Go on in there. That's it. Well done, Ash. Right. So his peppers are done. If I could, I'll just hold it up to that camera there. So Ash has diced his peppers just to help him out a little bit because obviously I wanted some fine red pepper in this. I'll just hold that up. I've already done that for him, so I'm just going to put them in there. Their jobs are good. And so Ash, into the pan, my friend. In they go. In go the peppers now and the onions. Oh, listen to that sound. We love that sound. Ash. Incredible. Give me that. Right, there's your spoon, my friend. Away you go.
Jason, I just really quickly show you the brownie.
Yeah, I can see it.
Go in. Look how glossy that is.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is.
Yeah, doesn't it look
Have
good?
you lined that? You've lined that.
Yeah, I always paper my tins. I can't be doing with trying to get them out of a grease tin. I always paper them.
Perfect. That looks really good. Right, Ash, we need some salt in there. Let's get some salt in that one, Ash. Come on, there we go. Nice, a little bit of simply salt in there. Ash, there we go. Get some salt in there. Plenty of salt. Can you give me that a shake? That's it. Well done, Ash. So we've got some salt going now into the rat mix or the ratatouille. We're going to have a little bit of cracked black pepper in there as well. Let's get some of that, actually. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to put some pepper in there for him. Excellent. Okay, and also just add a little bit of flavour. Just going to add a little bit of Italian herb in there.
Nice.
Okay, so that's cool. So we now got our rat mix on the go. Give it a good stir, Ash. Excellent. Right, while the rat mix is on the go, everybody, we're now going to go on to the fish, aren't we, Ash? Let's leave that now on the stove, sizzling in the way. Let's give it a little shake. We'll reduce that down. So, as I said, I've got some sea bass fillets. I'll hold up to that camera. Got some beautiful sea bass fillets there. Let's move that around. Beautiful fillets there. Now, I'm not going to trim this up at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it. So, in fact, I'm not going to fold it. Ashley's going to fold it. So, take one of those fillets under there, my friend. Put it onto the tray. There you go, onto your tray. Okay, and we're going to tuck it underneath, Ash. Yeah, so we'll tuck it underneath there. We'll fold it in half, Ash. Fold the fillet in half, my friend. Now, other way, buddy. Underneath. Underneath. I'll do it for it. So there we go. We've got a nice bit of sea bass under there. Excellent. So that's under there. Right, Ash, we'll give that a little bit of squirt of oil over the top of the bass. Nice little bit of oil. Go on, quick. Bit more. Lovely jubbly. That'll do. Put that one down. We're out. Right over there. Right, next we're going to have some salt on that, Ash. Rock salt, please. All right. I tell you, I think it's amazing that you can. It's get kids cooking. I mean, a friend of mine name dropped there, Tom Perry. I mean, he's working with Marcus Rashford at the moment. It's to get kids cooking, and he's doing a thing every week. You know, simple things kids can cook when they come home from school. Things from fish finger sandwiches to an omelette, everything. They're running every week. And I think it's really important, you know, that children can learn to cook at an early age.
You're absolutely right.
That they can fend for themselves. Because you never know. Because, you know, parents are at work, you know, the children, some of the kids come home from school. And then, obviously, they wait for their parents to come home. And they're like, by then, they're picking food, snacking. But if they can make themselves something simple as a fish finger sandwich, they fill their bellies. So, I think it's really important to teach, you know, children and the younger generation to cook. And
it really is.
Someone like Ash, I mean, I don't know, you know, he might end up being a chef. He might not. But it's a new generation. I mean, when us guys have gone up there, you know, we need new blood into the trade. And if somebody at a young age takes an interest, I think it's great just to nurture them through and give them simple things to do, like making cakes, a little bit of a fish, all sorts of things. I think it's wonderful. Right, we're going to quickly pop this sea bass in there. I'm just going to add a little bit of water into the bottom of this tray so it don't stick. Can we get that in the oven? So actually now I'm going to put that into the oven. Top shelf, please, my friends. Sideways. Excellent. Shut the door on that one. So that's the sea bass on here. Right, we're going to give the rat mix a bit of a go. Ooh.
This one.
Yeah, excellent. I'm just going to quickly cut up a bit of aubergine to go in there because unfortunately we forgot that bit. But hey, what do they say? Never work with children and animals. Okay, I should get that in there. Excellent, still in good shape. Give that a good move. Right, how are you getting on over there, girls?
Well, ours are in the oven, so we've got to wait 20 minutes now. So we just
Excellent.
get to just enjoy watching you guys.
Yeah, just get to watch you do your thing.
Right, so we've Ashley Sweat has cut up his red, green, and yellow peppers. We've added in some red onion, which I finally chopped to that. I've just banged in a little bit of aubergine because we forgot to do that, but that's probably my fault because I was chatting. And into that, I'm just going to add a dollop of garlic. Nice bit of puree garlic. So while that's ashes on that, we folded over the sea bass fillet and we pop that in the oven. So we're just going to bake it today. We're not going to do it on the stove, you know, and cut the skin.
That's nice. It's nice in the oven. Can I ask you a question about your garlic?
Yes.
Did you have that in a pot? Have you pre-grated that or pre-minced it?
I buy garlic already pre-peeled in a backpack. They're
Right.
500 gram packs. We get them from the market. I buy 2 packs at a time. I'm fortunate enough to have a huge industrial blender. So I put all the garlic, I save some of the garlic in the bag, tip the rest in the blender, and then I just, turn it down. And then what I do to that is I just add a load of oil. And
I was just going to ask you, how do you preserve it? Because I've tried to do that before and it discolors, doesn't it? It goes all green.
So, yeah, it does. What I tend to do, okay, let's just put that on there. Excellent. Right, we're just going to leave that down low. Now, that rat mix is staying low. I just put standard veg oil in it and just blitz it down. And then I'm coming to the end of that tub now. So that's been there 4 or 5 months, that tub now.
Yeah.
So
it's a good way to do it. Good way to do it.
Yeah, and I do exactly the same with all the herbs. I'll get big bunch of coriander, parsley, anything. And when they start to come to the end of the time, I just take off some of the stalk, put that in the blender, load of oil, and blitz it down. And it actually, I don't know if I can get one of these out again. I'll roll that up to that camera. But there you go. I'll blitz it with the herb.
That's excellent. And can I ask you another question if I'm not distracting you too much, just about vegetables? So you and I have both been involved in various ways with doing food parcels for people, right?
Yeah.
And there's always that debate about fresh veg versus tinned veg. And, there's a lot of people who can't afford fresh veg and have to use tins. But I kind of think anything is better than nothing. Like, where do you stand on that?
Being a greengrocer as well, fresh veg is good if you can get it and you can afford it. But again, there's a lot of, especially like in our area, you've got Old Thing, St. Mary's. I think there's another one where veg is being donated now via people who are ordering online through various companies and making a donation for a box or something to go there. Some people thought at the time it was being donated by the business. It's not. On their ordering online system, going back to like last year, there was NHS donations. Everybody that put in an NHS donation of £10, that money then brought X amount of fruit boxes, veg boxes, berry boxes, etc. that got distributed to the NHS. Now it's supporting, obviously, like the Old Dean community, St Mary's and that. And again, on some website, on some green grocery websites, that donation that you actually make with the £10 actually produces that box, or that quantity of potatoes, carrots, or whatever goes to that charity. So yeah, it's the general public that are supporting those roles out there, which obviously you guys are part of. It's just the business that are obviously dropping the gear off. So yeah, thank you to the general public who are supporting, people that are less fortunate, that cannot, that's fine, who are less fortunate, that can't put food on the table. But going back to the question you asked, tinned and fresh is obviously good for you, but there is fantastic tin produce out there, and you can make anything from some of that tin produce. I've done a couple of little road shows last year where I've taken tin soup, mixed it with pasta and cheese, and you can still get the same dishes out of it, but obviously they don't taste the same. But you're still getting a substantial meal that could probably feed a family of 4, for a few days.
It is about being creative, isn't it? And I think, if tinned is all you can do, then do it. If you can do frozen, then great. And if you can do fresh, then obviously that's brilliant. But it is a bit more expensive, so some people may not be able to stretch to that. But it is about being creative at using those tins. We came up with all sorts of strange concoctions when we were running a food bank, and it's all good, all good. So whatever way your veg comes, just get it into you, basically.
Exactly. And again, thank you out there to the general public that are supporting those communities, by making those donations where that produce can be brought to those food banks or those food areas for everybody to take away. It all started last year when, obviously, as you know, we were pretty much part of the COVID. Well, we were part of COVID-19, weren't we? And again, donations go out. And if it wasn't for the general public supporting those donations to the people that were less fortunate or vulnerable, it just wouldn't have happened. And now it's extended on further into, and it's continuing. So thank you to the general public out there. Thank you to you guys as well for supporting it. They got everybody in the churches, the front line of the COVID, and it was so good to see how we all came together as one team to support Surrey Heath Prepared.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so,
how are you getting on?
We're good. Ash, what are we doing? How's this? Yeah, we got the ratties on the go. Let's have a look at this little sauce.
I keep thinking of rats every time you say that.
You're right, Ash, is a bit steamy in here for you, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Right, here we go. So we got a little bit of sauce going on the go here. Get rid of it.
Right.
Right. Okay, Ash is just going to step out of the room for a minute because it's getting a bit smoky in here for him. But he'll be back.
Okay, can't wait.
So, anyway, I'm just doing this white wine sauce. I've got a pan on the back of my stove which is for my prawns.
What are we doing with the prawns?
In fact, I'm going to just do something totally crazy because I know it works. I'm going to put my finger over that name, actually. Sweet chili sauce. So I'm going to toss the prawns in a bit of sweet chili sauce. And the reason I'm going to do that is just going to give it another dimension to this fish dish. While I'm waiting for that, I've got my Parisian potatoes over here, which I've now set on my fryer. So I'm just going to quickly knock them off. I've also got my cauliflower florets, which I've already done for the cauliflower cheese, because he likes cauliflower cheese. So I'm just going to put a little bit of cheese mix on top of that. I'll tell you what, ladies, this is totally different to what I was usually doing.
What would you usually be doing then?
So that's going in there. We'll get that one in there. All that fish is doing well. Okay, how are we doing, Chef? You're back? Yeah. Excellent.
Put some cold water on my eyes. Just cool down.
Cool, right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to chuck a couple of these prawns in there. That's it. And I'm going to squirt in a little bit of that. Okay. As you can see, I do like experimenting with dishes, but I know that one works. Right, so I'm just going to over here drop these Parisian balls in. And we're losing a bit of heat here. So we've got the sweet chili prawn on there. Right, I'm going to hold this up to the camera because this is what young Ash has done. There's Ash's ratatouille mix. Okay, ready for his fish. On here, we've already pre-made the white wine sauce. So that one's, if I tip that up, is there. We're going to add a bit of fish stock to that. I've got some prawns that I've added a little bit of sweet chili sauce to in there to accompany the dish. Also, we have a little bit of pea puree and parsnip puree to finish off the dish. They're doing well on there. And then, on top of that, we're just going to garnish up the plate, and I'll tell you how we do it as we go along. Again, this was short notice to come on here, so luckily I had some sea bass fillets, we had some prawns, and I thought, right, what can we do that's simple that we can get young Ash involved with cooking? So yeah, so I think we will come up with something quite successful. Ash, how's that ratatouille looking, my friend? Let's have a look. Is it looking good?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to have a look in the oven, mate, and see what how's the sea bass looking?
Alright.
Okay, mind your fingers. Shall I have a look for you? Oh, look at that. Sea bass has come up. Now, I put a bit of liquid in my on my fish. So I'm just going to tip that liquid into my sauce. There we go. So that's going to add a little bit of flavour. Cauliflower's coming up quite well as well. So I'm just going to whisk that into there. Right. Okay, so as we're going along, we're going to have a little taste, don't we, Ash? You've always got to taste your food. If you don't taste your food...
Couldn't agree more. That's why I licked the brownie bowl.
Yeah, so we're going to have a little taste of that sauce. Taste the sauce, Ash. What do you think? Done? Got the spoon in there. What do you think, Ash? Any good?
Yeah.
Perfect. So we're there with the sauce. Got that little bit of fish flavour running through there. Just sweat them prawns down a bit more. Let's have a little taste of the wrap. A little bit more salt there. Come on, chef, I'm doing your dish here. Come on. On you go. Jump on there. Give that a good old stir up. Come on, my friend. Where you going? Chop, chop. Happy days, Ash. Are you enjoying it?
Yes.
Good. What do you want to be?
We're enjoying having you with us. And you're right, Jason. You did join us last minute. We didn't give you any notice at all, and we're really glad that both of you have been able to.
It's a pleasure, and you know, as I spoke to you this morning, and I said, like, I'm going to see if he's up for it. If he wasn't up for it, his sister would have been. Trust me. Okay, we're looking good, aren't we? Okay, let's have them out there. So okay, they're done on there. So I'm just going to take some of the. I'm just taking the Parisian balls out of my fry. I've already pre-done them anyway, but I'm sort of working around Ash at the moment because obviously I don't want him to get hurt, you know. And guys, while you're out there and you do have your children cooking in the kitchen with you, always keep an eye on them because things are hot, things are sharp, and the last thing you want is an injury. Right, carry on. It's looking good. Are we done? Are we going to go plating in a minute? Oh, yeah. Have you got anything to say to ladies? Have you got any Ash? Have you got anything to say out there if anybody from Connaught's watching? No? Yes?
No.
Say hi, Connaught.
Ash, what's your favourite meal that your dad cooks at home?
What's your favourite meal?
It's fish and chips.
Fish and chips. Keep it simple.
Good.
Bit
We had
simple.
fish and chips last night.
Do you do your own fish and chips?
It's a winner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite fortunate enough. Also, I've got deep fat fries and that, and the kids love it. You know, fish and chips. I did one. I changed it around on Friday. I did breaded fish this time, and that was quite nice. They've never had that before. So everything, you know, I think it was Yana and Molly said the other day, do your kids eat the same as what you eat? We go, yeah, but a smaller portion. So we let them try everything. There's things they like, there's things they don't like. But yeah, it's better than the norm of chips and baked beans or chicken nuggets.
It's looking good. I think we'll give that a rest.
Perfect. Yeah, it's going to give that one a rest. It's looking good. Right, so how's it looking on that? Good?
Yeah.
Fish is ready to go?
Yeah.
Who's going to plate, me or you?
You.
Or should we both do it?
Yeah, let's both.
Yo, let's go for it.
Go for it, boys.
Teamwork.
Teamwork. Right, let's move that over there. Let's shut some power off of here now.
Say hello to Dylan. Dylan is
Hi, Dylan.
watching.
Hi, Dylan.
Okay, so we got the be careful, don't crack that. In fact, let's do something different. Right, let's pull that cloth on that. Perfect, let's get another one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plate up now. So I'm just going to tilt this camera down slightly, so you might be able to see it.
Never mind, I'll be back.
No, you won't say we won't. So what we're going to do, we're going to just press the plate up now with all the little bits we've got. So like you said, it was short notice, but I thought let's have a little bit of fun in the kitchen today. We've got a bit of sea bass, bit of prawn, bit of veg, bit of potato. Get young Ash with me cooking as well. Because this is the first for him. So it's great to have kids cooking. That's what I think. So this is where it could possibly go right or it could possibly go wrong. So Ash, you want me to put the fish on or should you put the fish on? I'll do it, shall I? So right, what we're going to do, I'm going to put the sea bass over here. Perfect. So that's the sea bass done. Gets rid of that hot train in there. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of rat mix on there, are we?
Yes.
Bit of ratatouille. We all like a bit of ratatouille. So in fact, before we put the ratatouille on, we're going to do this slightly different. Okay, there's the sea bass. So I'm just going to sauce that with some of that white wine sauce. Make that
Incredible. That's so lovely.
gives that guy another dimension. Now here's the rat mix that Ash made, so we're going to just put a little bit of rat mix down there. Now you might think to yourselves at the moment that looks a lot in that pad, but we've got another 3 fillets for tea tonight. So there's the rat mix on there. Just clean that plate up. I don't like this. Excellent. So that's that one there. So there's the rat mix on there. So something slightly different now. Whoop-bah. So what we're going to do, we're going to just alternate this with some green pea puree.
Lovely.
Okay, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to run some parsnip puree through this, like so. And then I'm just going to clean up the edges of these plates. Bingo. Bingo. We've now got a little bit of that collie that Ash did up. So we're going to put a little bit of collie in between the purees. Puree mixes. We'll stick one in there. And we're going to stick one in there. Like so. Excellent. Just what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish it off with the top of the cauliflower with a little bit of smoked paprika in there. Jobs are good. In. Then we got the prawns. Don't you like it? Someone pinches your kitchen equipment. Ha. So what we're going to do, we're going to add a little bit of a prawn in there. We're going to add another little bit of a prawn in there, like so. So, little prawn in there. So we now got the 3 prawns running. Also in here, we're going to add some of these little tiny potatoes.
That looks amazing, Jason.
Now I'm just going to finish it off. We'll finish up with a little bit of cracked pepper. And there you go. Here you come, Ash. So I'm going to hold that up to that screen if you can see it. So this is Ash's take. Because I said, what do you reckon we should do in the car on the way back? He said, I like cauliflower, I like potatoes, I like peas, I like parsnips. He likes all sorts of veg. He said, what can we do? So we've had a little play on it. And if I hold that up there.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
let me see.
There we go.
That looks incredible. Right, you need to talk to Kel about how you get the prawns out of those shells because it's her worst nightmare.
Okay,
Yeah.
prawns out of shells. Let me give you. Right, okay. I've got raw ones here, so let's go. So what I do is I pinch the head.
Yeah.
Get rid of the head. Turn the towel over. I crack my finger down the middle of its back, and then I just pull the prawn out with the tail.
Like a pro.
And then if you don't want that, you just snap the tail off. There she goes.
Nice work.
How's the brownie going, girls? How's the brownie going?
She's just plating it, mate. Wait till you see this. This looks
I'm having a look.
amazing. Right, hold this up to the camera. Jason's desperate to see.
Right, I've tried to be a bit pro-feshy, look.
Wow, does that look good, Ash, doesn't it?
Yeah.
My ice cream's falling.
Perfect. So we've got the sea bass, or Ash's sea bass, with his ratatouille mix, with some cauliflower cheese with a little bit of the smoked paprika, some chili prawn, a little bit of Parisian potatoes, some white wine sauce, some pea puree, and some parsnip. And you ladies have come up with us.
Yeah, well, we've got our sweet potato brownie with some shop bought
Come on, girls.
ice cream. Can you hear us? And anyway, and we've dressed it with a Nutella sauce.
Oh, and Nutella. Oh, we love a Nutella sauce, don't we, Ash?
Yeah.
We love Nutella.
Yeah.
Love Nutella. So, yeah, it's great. Fantastic, ladies. Well, I think both these dishes accompany each other, don't they?
Everything goes with chocolate.
I was thinking to myself, because it's quite a light meal that you have there, because fish is quite delicate,
Yeah.
isn't it? And so I think then you can have a bit of a stodgy, naughty pudding.
Yeah, that's it. Have a treat afterwards, and then finish it with a glass of Baileys.
Sounds great.
Sounds perfect.
Incredible idea.
Right,
Excellent.
listen, guys, thank you so much for being with us. Ash, you were an absolute superstar. How old is Ash?
Ash is 10.
10. Yeah, well,
So,
you're incredible. And best
Yeah,
of luck
I
with
think
your
I might be losing my I think I might be losing my monthly slot if he gets quite good, you know. But
He is cuter
He's got
than
a
you,
good-
Jason.
he's got a good manager though. Don't worry about that. But girls, thank you so much for us on the day. Anyway, did you enjoy it, Ash?
Yeah.
Say thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
From us,
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure.
for everybody out there, LGBTQ plus online, Connaught School, and anybody watching this, put your hands up. See you later, guys.
See you later, guys. Thank
Take
you.
care, boys.
My pleasure. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.